Hey, what's up guys? I just got back from my Colorado mule deer hunt. I killed a buck of a lifetime, and here's how it played out. I've been saving my bonus points for Colorado for a long time. I wanted to burn them on a special late season tag that would give me the opportunity to hunt during the rut. These high altitude bucks need a lot of snow and cold temperatures to bring them out of hiding to start chasing does. This benefits you as a hunter directly because the bucks not only come out of hiding, but they're easier to find because they're usually with does. Also, the bucks are going to fight for dominance, so the bigger bucks are going to have the does in the herd. It's amazing during these late season tags what shows up out of nowhere. I made the 14-hour drive, met a couple good buddies of mine, Cody Van Treese and Trevor Simpson, and we immediately got to glassing. We covered a lot of country, looked over a lot of deer, but didn't quite find what we were looking for. This first buck, when I saw him with my bare eyes at about 400 yards, I figured he was one of the biggest deer I've ever seen in my life. I was half right. The body on this tank is unbelievable. I have never seen a mule deer with so much fat. Even his face is round. By the looks of his face and nose, I'm assuming this buck's actually going downhill because his antlers don't reflect the size of his body. He was super dominant and had every buck in the canyon scared. Last hour of the night, I was glassing up some does about 800 yards. As I was sweeping through the herd, I picked up this big frame typical bedded in the background. The more I looked at him, the more symmetrical and pretty I realized this buck was. I honestly could not see a single deduction on his typical frame. He had great mass, great height, super deep forks, and just an overall great look to him. The buck was obviously mature and had dominated the canyon. He had about 15 does with him. I still wasn't sold on him this early in the hunt, but when I started picking up the extras, I realized the buck had matching splits on his G3s and little kickers coming off of both sides. He also had an extra on his left G2. Add that to that typical frame, and my mind was made up. This buck was in trouble in 12 hours. Opening morning, we were in position. Temperatures had dropped to -12 and it was an absolute blizzard. We frantically glassed for the buck and picked him up about 800 yards further to the west up the canyon. The buck had all his does and he was moving further to the west. Cody stayed back to spot, and Trevor and I made an aggressive move with the gun and the camera to try to cut the buck off. I apologize for the quality of the footage. I didn't realize how much ice had built up on the lens of the spotting scope. It turned out really blurry, but here's the first shot of my buck at 580 yards.
Okay, he's going to the right. See him, Zach? Okay, hammer him. Jack, another one.
I missed him, huh?
Left.
The buck actually stepped just as I was pulling the trigger, and the shot hit him in the last rib. He quickly ran out of frame, and because the range was the same, I held just forward on his chest and broke his shoulder. After a long wait, my hunt was over within an hour of the first morning. But you can tell by the look on our faces there was no regrets. He's exactly what I came for. Huge thanks to my buddies Trevor and Cody for making the trip and helping me do this. My dad actually left opening morning and missed the whole thing, only to come and see the buck in the back of the truck that night, turn around and drive back to Salt Lake in the morning. I'm sorry, Dad, I just couldn't pass on it.
Yes, sir. Brandon Meth in the